Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. In this video we'll be doing the 5 things to expect ahead of Manchester United's game versus Chelsea. It's a big game for Manchester United, another opportunity for 3 points after losing in our last Premier League game against West Ham. It's another big game for RUUD, another big game for the players, and there's an opportunity to help us climb up the table. We're at home, it's an opportunity for RUUD to show the fans that we can really win. Yeah, let's get into the 5 things. We'll be talking about predicted team, much more, changes that must be made. But let's get straight into it. So the first thing to expect is changes. This in the team that started against Leicester midweek, there was a few things I was concerned about and a few things that I would change personally. I think as a whole though, the team was very, very good. It was a very good performances. There's a few slight tweaks I would make and I'm going to tell you about them now. So the first tweak I would make, I would take out Binder and put in Onana. I think that was going to happen anyway, but I wasn't happy with Binder's performance against Leicester. Just didn't look confident, looked very, very shaky, and it didn't Onana, if I'm honest with you. And I'm happy that Onana will be returning back in goal. I think it's a big opportunity for him to get some confidence under his belt and really improve, because listen, we need Onana back in goals. I would take out Lindelof. I don't think he should be starting Premier League game for Manchester United, someone I would get rid of in the summer. Instead of Lindelof, I'd bring in Mazraoui. I'd move off with Lisandro Martinez to left centre back and keep that back four. I think Mazraoui operates better with left back than Delô does. And this ain't going to be easy for Mazraoui. He'll be coming up maybe against Cole Palmer. Maybe RUUD will see something there and maybe switch over the full-backs. But again, it's still 2 tricky wingers, regardless of where you play. If you're on the right, you're against Cole Palmer. If you're on the left, it's Neto, it's João Felix. It ain't easy, so I think it's going to be a very, very tough game for Manchester United. But they were the changes I'd make. In midfield, I was happy with Casemiro, Ugarte and Bruno. I think Ugarte had that defensive ability to kind of allow Casemiro and Bruno to get up the pitch and give him that more attacking freedom. I think that was something that was so great to see from United. I think Bruno had a good game because of that freedom to express yourself and have that quality. I think Casemiro was good, 2 great goals. I would like to see him in this midfield. I think the balance that Casemiro and Ugarte have is very, very good. And then up front, listen, I would like to see Ahmad. I think RUUD's going to stick with that 3 of Rashford, Højlund and Garnacho. Don't agree, but listen, let me know your thoughts on that. But yeah, that would be the team and the changes I would make. Now the second thing, I expect goals. Listen, Chelsea are a team who can score goals. They've started to find a good bit of form now. They're playing. There's a good vision under them with Maresca, if you're being honest with you. Yes, we can criticise Chelsea, but they are doing a very good job. Listen, Cole Palmer, last time he scored a hat-trick against us. It's 4 goals in 2 games against United for Cole Palmer. A very, very good player. A very, very good quality player who can add a lot to this United team. If we do sign him, but I think his threat against Chelsea is fantastic. You look at United, we scored 5 goals. Yes, it was only 1 goal from an attacker in Garnacho, but they were still very, very well worked goals, and we should have scored more. But again, positivity. I think it will be goals. I'm hoping United get the win. Let's see what happens there. So that's the second thing to expect. Number 3. Let's talk about Chelsea's threat then. I talked about Cole Palmer briefly there. They've got very, very good other players. I think Reece James is a quality left back. Cucurella's doing well this season. I think the goalkeeper is a weakness though. His distribution is a bit shaky sometimes. So it could be something that we explore on if we do tend to do that high press. Another thing I'd critical about with Chelsea is in midfield, sometimes Caicedo does have shaky games. Like he has massively improved this season though, but sometimes he is kind of a frailty and sometimes it's an issue for that Chelsea team. Other than that, I think they're threats. I think Jackson is starting to find some form. I think Pedro Neto got a great assist against Newcastle in their last Premier League game. And listen, Chelsea lost their last game during the week, so we have more momentum and more confidence going into this game. Yeah, they do have a very good set of players. So yeah, that is the third thing to expect Chelsea's threat. And number 4, United's threat. Let's talk about United. Listen, 5 goals in our last game. Yes, we conceded 2, and there would be some changes in the defence for me, which I talked about earlier. We need to get that confidence into that United squad where we can really go out and be fearless. And I think against Chelsea, it's a big opportunity. Maresca's finding some good momentum. Listen, it's not a long-term thing with RUUD. He knows he's only got 2 games left after this one, so he's going to try and just win every game just to get us in that best position. Listen, Arsenal lost yesterday. Liverpool won, but Man City lost also. So I'm not saying title or anything, but just to get some points on the board will be absolutely essential. And Chelsea are higher in the league as well, so if we can get some points, it'd be fantastic. I think our biggest threat for me in this game would be someone like Bruno. If he can lock the strings and really pass the ball to the Rashford and Garnacho, who can supply. I think getting the fullbacks high as well is really, really good to put crosses in the box. But again, we must be careful of Chelsea on the counter-attack, and that is one of their biggest threats. But yeah, I think United, listen, we're at home, should be able to soak up possession. It's more about how much you try in these sort of games. There's probably not going to be much tactics going on because obviously RUUD is in an interim basis and not going to be much changing. But again, you want to go for this game and get the win. Fifth and final thing is the result. Listen, what do I think the result would be? I'm going to stick with what I said in my preview, and that was 2-2. Listen, Chelsea can score goals, United can score goals, but we do also concede goals. I'm hoping it's not a draw. I would love nothing more on a week like this, where some of the big teams have lost, for United to get points. But do I think it will happen? Listen, I'm hopeful. It's another big game in the RUUD. He's got 100% win record as manager so far. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Peace.